Hey YouTube, Richard Scott here. Today's February 25th of 2021, and it is hard to believe, yeah, it's that time of the year. We got to add honey supers, some of our stronger colonies that need the space, and we are getting ready to do that, show you what the process looks like. We got some warm weather today. We're in the mid-70s for my part of the world in West Alabama, and certainly looks like a springer type of setup, more of a spring preview coming up in the days ahead. A lot is blooming, queens are laying, we need to add space, and we're going to do that today. So the goal this morning is to look through each colony, see what the population looks like. Do they need space? And if they don't need space, we're not going to add a super. And again, this super that we're adding is basically an extra box to give the bees more room, the queen more room to lay eggs, and so they are less likely to swarm and more likely to produce a better honey crop. So that's the whole goal, is to maximize our honey potential. First off, what I'm going to look at is from the outside and look at the traffic coming in. And it's mid-morning, and see bees bringing in some pollen. And what we're looking at is the most active hives, the most active colonies in terms of traffic. And immediately this one kind of sticks out. There's a lot more bee traffic compared to the other colonies, or the one next to it. So let's pop open the lid and see what this one looks like. And again, these are all bringing in pollen, which is a good sign of a healthy colony. So let's see what it looks like inside. And again, this is just a judgment call for this time of the year, what it looks like in here, and we'll determine whether we need to add space or not. All right, so again, this is the top super. It looks like a good 8 frames of bees or so. So good cluster up top. So let's go down deeper, see what we got. And I'm gonna split these two boxes here. So this is the deep, this is the medium super. I wanna put a super in between here because the queen is gonna be laying down in here most likely, and maybe up in here a little bit. So it's most important to add this extra space, and I'll show you what it looks like. I've got drawn comb that is ready for the bees to use, for the queen to lay in. So I'm going to add that empty space right to her queen rearing, or not queen rearing, but her brood rearing area. So wherever she is laying eggs is where we want to put that. So let's just see what it looks like in here. All right, so there we go. Good sign of a strong, healthy colony. It looks like, I know it's hard to see, but I see signs of drone cells up here. I know it's hard to see, but I can see some drone larvae when I pull these two boxes apart. So again, we're going to add space to these bees right here because that is critical for this colony. So it produces more honey and has a less tendency to want to swarm. So I'm going to gently sit this back down. And I'll set the camera down so I can show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit this box back on top and let me show you what it looks like here. Lots of bees in this top box, so that's a good sign. If you can see them all lined up. These bees are oddly calm right now. This hive was really aggressive at one time. It's nice to see these girls calm down a little bit. This box is really heavy, still a good amount of honey in here, but again, these bees need space. So I just gave them all the space they need. So now the queen is going to come up here, begin laying. The bees, the worker bees coming in, they'll have room to put the resources, their pollen, their nectar, and to make honey. And the queen will rear brood in here too. Well, the queen will lay eggs, and all the worker bees will get busy with that process of rearing the brood. Let's go to the colony next door, and based off the traffic, it is not as strong as this one over here. So let's just look at it and see where we stand. All right, you see this is the top super. Now we do have bees up here, and if you were to split these two boxes and go down to the top of that one, I can guarantee there's going to be a lot of bees. But we're going to hold off on adding a super to this one for now, but we will keep an eye on it in a couple of weeks. Most likely this one will need a super too. So again, just today we're adding honey supers to the strongest colonies, and the ones that don't need it yet, we're not going to add them in. Not quite ready for super, but they're getting there. Not quite ready. It's getting there. Again, this one's not ready either, so we'll continue on down. Then we're going to check the population down here below. Oh yeah, they look good down here in this box, but up here they haven't really built up a whole lot yet. have a tipper this morning. Wait for the camera. These are angry bees. Every colony has its own tipper, and this one certainly has one this morning. So, yes. Fun times. Never get used to that sound, that loud buzzing sound. Here's another colony that needs a super. Just want to show you this. This top super is nearly full of bees, so we need to add room quickly before they start getting that urge to swarm. So I'm going to add one to this one here. So again, what I'll do is continue this process, go through each colony. Again, it's still early now. Most of these colonies don't need a super yet, but in the next couple of weeks, we'll be continuing to add those. So I plan on adding more supers. I'm sure we'll find more stronger colonies that really need it, like the first one I showed you. But again, the bees seem to be about where they should be for right now, for this time of the year. But again, I'll continue to add these supers and look through the colonies. It's very important this time of the year. About every 2 weeks to peep under the hoods, under the tops of these things, and just kind of see where they stand. So anyway, got to get busy. You guys have a great day. We'll see you later.